And time to wake up on this rainy Wednesday morning, yet rain in the forecast. Another day, 37 degrees. Just crank it, just start the fire. Just snuggle by a fire.
Well, some people have to work. Fortunately, I ain't one of them. Anyway, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. As Gloria just told you, on a cold and yet another rainy Wednesday morning. Gloria's going to use that S word in just a moment.
Gonna snow.
So am I later on today, too, but it ain't snow. But anyway, we'll talk about snow. And Roy back in. Hey, Roy, I ain't seen you since we won another national championship.
Congratulations.
And Tom, thanks for being on time today.
Well, I appreciate the wake-up call.
Yeah, that's good. I know Greg tried to get you a bunch yesterday, so roads are clear as far as y'all know this morning.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I know some portions of 65 or I-65, 65, some trailer truck jackknifed on it. I don't know what it is. I'll try to find that out for you later on this morning. Anyway, thank y'all for getting up with us. This is Athens in the AM on a Wednesday morning edition. Johnny Lee Dees, excuse me, says he'd be in there with us.
The answering machine's on, boys.
Johnny Lee Dees, excuse me, will be here in just a little bit, too, talking about things going on at Cross Point, all the good things going on in the world. And I don't know what else we'll talk about now. Football season ain't here, but we'll keep on going. You know, don't forget the playoff games are this weekend. NFL and AFC championships are Saturday, Sunday afternoon, Sunday only, right after church. So y'all be sure to. I'm going with the Falcons. Falcons and Patriots. I don't think the Falcons will win, but I'm going with them. And I do think the Patriots will be back in it. I hope so, like Tom Brady. That's what's coming up. Frank doesn't know how to answer the phone, so don't call that number anymore, but call 603-4848. My iPad ain't even hooked up this morning, but I'll pull it up here later on this morning. If you need me, countryrover@gmail.com gets me each and every time, and I promise you, in a day or two, I will respond back to you.
Really?
Let's get it cranking this morning. Here's Gloria with that, yet again, wonderful weather forecast.
He's telling stories this morning. Let's go over that forecast. Yes, there's possible snow in the forecast. Not today, though, so don't worry about that. 60% chance or 40% chance of rain today. You're going to see rain today and tomorrow. High temperatures around 43, 44 for tomorrow. I could just say the same thing, 32 and 28 for your low. The rest of the forecast looking like it will finally get some sunshine later this week. Look at the forecast for Friday. Thank goodness. I think I need the sun. It's been too gloomy, making me feel bad. 230-4988 does, of course, get free.
Roy, got a note from one of your all-time lost long buddies. Wanted to know if we were making our annual visit down to eat some oysters at Papa Rocco's.
Let's go.
For
St.
Patty's Day, which we go down there and shoot 3 hours worth of video and show you 3 minutes of it. But
that's usually right.
First things first, guess who's in the news again this morning?
Armstrong.
Brent Musburger. ESPN is disputing there was another Brent Musburger moment at the end of the Kansas basketball Monday night. It was his first game since his comments were interpreted as controversial in appraising the looks of Miss Alabama, Catherine Webb, during the bowl championship game. In signing off Tom Monday night, Musburger said that it sounded like Fox analyst Franchilla and sideline reporter Holly Rowe were really, quote, smoking tonight.
Oh.
ESPN said that's not what he said. He said that they were really smoking tonight. In a way that meant they were good commentating, not look what they look like.
Not their looks.
I think everybody's.
Now, first of all, if he thinks Holly Rowe's the sexiest thing he's ever seen, he's blind as a freaking bat anyway.
True.
So anyway, speaking of Catherine Webb, we got that photo of her semi-nude. Now she's going to be covering the friggin' Super Bowl for Inside Edition television show. In case y'all don't know what she looks like, there she is right there. You know, I got a wife like that, and I didn't even play quarterback.
Yeah.
But I do like to get in that. Oh, there she is right there.
Y'all stop that.
I do like to get in that position.
You better shut
up. I couldn't find nothing wrong with what he said.
I did. Okay, that's a good point because Conan O'Brien did a funny thing on him. We shared it last week.
Yeah.
Just because he's 73 years old thinks women are still good looking. You got anything wrong with that, Frank? No, see there?
He's not dead.
There's nothing wrong. I think what was wrong, and a lot of people agree with, is that what ESPN did by criticizing it.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The media is what's wrong, except for the Cooper Show.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean...
Well, I got a question. So you played
wide end?
Yeah.
Is that what they call
He
it?
played I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, have you seen the other girl that won Miss USA? You know where she's from?
Equally beautiful.
That's
Opelika?
Tennessee,
Yeah.
but raised in
Oh, now you're trying to take credit for it.
Absolutely.
Well, there she is right there.
She was born in Tennessee, raised in Alabama, and then moved to New York.
And now that, to me, she's better looking than Catherine Webb. Tom, what do you think? You're an old pervert.
That's because you boys just like blondes better.
I'd like to get a closer analysis.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
that'd be a
watch
good
it,
thing. I
but
mean,
you
come
be
on.
careful.
All right.
You know
Hey,
like that.
well, before I do a little weather relay, here's another thing. It's on Sound Off in the paper talking about Brett Musburger. Said Brett Musburger did not need to apologize over the remarks he made about AJ's girlfriend, but he does need to apologize for being totally unable to accurately describe a ball game. And then they got another one here. It said, "Do you think Nick Saban knows exactly how Justin Bieber feels? Isn't the Bieber in Abby? Isn't he in Birmingham tonight?
Yes.
I know. I think he's down there tonight. Yeah." Says he's to be adored and accoladed like he is, except Justin Bieber's fans are 15-year-old screaming girls. Nick Saban's screaming fans are all grown men with posters in their room.
He's first class act. I'll give him.
Yeah.
There's a comment about that. I mean, it's like we've got that comment spread from the Mobile Press Register talking about Alabama. People are complaining about Alabama, always talking about their victories. You know,
I thought this in it to win it.
well, they are in to win it. We'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do sports with Shut Up and Jawjacker and Bama Zach. But
Well,
they
you
got a
want to
comment.
win.
Huh?
Anyone who plays a football game
we've
wants
had
to win.
Tom, when we go through our struggles.
Back
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Well, not only that, I'm talking about when
I
Mike
remember-
Shula was there.
Oh,
We'll talk
wow.
more about that right there, but
Price.
it's great to be on top. I know what it's like to be in last place in the morning show business, but hey, at least I'm in there.
It was so bad when Bama was bad. We interviewed Mel Moore, and you jumped all over the poor
That's when
man.
he hired Mike Price. I'm thinking, not Mike Price, but Dubose.
Dubose.
And I'm thinking, no,
you
you
gave
ain't never
him
going to
such a
make it
hard
now. Look what
time.
he's done for us. Tells you how much I know about it. All right, Decatur Daily's got a thing this morning. Rainfall to restart this afternoon. I know you went over that thoroughly a second ago since you read this article. The Tennessee Valley may
can't
finally
change
get a
the
brief
weather.
break this morning after 7 straight days of rain. This will be a little break, 3 inches since Sunday, filling creeks and rivers saturated to the ground. Athens Utilities reported 28 power outages impacting close to 1,700 customers, Tom. So I did see on Channel 48 yesterday, back where we did a double cola commercial many years ago at the Butler Mill Bridge. It goes in Madison County, Jackson County. A New Hope Telephone Company truck was trying to go through the water. Well, how'd that go, Frank?
Not too good.
Water got up almost to the cab. My dad fell in that when it was flooded once in 1950 with a truckload of fertilizer. Yeah. So, but that's really in low places, man. It's a big problem. All right,
really
Roy,
is.
we'll talk more about this later, but
No
this
school
constitutional.
closings this morning?
No, Limestone County schools are delayed Lawrence County and Morgan County schools are delayed 2 hours. Limestone County schools, I think, are on target. Athens is obviously, they try to go no matter what the cost. Roy, President Obama, we'll talk more about this later, but he's trying to do an executive order to ban the sale of assault rifles. Is that correct?
That is correct. He's showing how foolish he is once more, but he don't care. And, you know, what I would like to remind these folks of is they swore to uphold the Constitution. And the Constitution plainly says shall not be infringed. Which part of that do they not understand? If he does an executive order to ban anything, then that's infringing upon the Constitution, number one. Number two, American public ought to be allowed to have any weapon that the military has. You got to look at the Constitution. It didn't say that they're protecting our right to hunt. That's the foolish thing they're putting out there. Now, why do you need an assault weapon to hunt? That is not why they gave us the right to bear arms. It was plain. The right to bear arms was to prevent tyranny. Stop the stinking government from doing exactly what they're doing. The fools up there are spinning us into oblivion, passing laws that takes away all of our rights, and they're going to end up causing us to go into another civil war.
Calm down, Roy.
Actually, I am stunned he was calm.
Yeah, I know he is calm.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it later. But I'm
I mean,
telling you,
honestly.
Rex Davis, our friend Rex Davis, is having a rally on the courthouse square, and I'll talk about that when I do the news in just a second, this Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. So we'll try to get Rex up here. He's a big gun advocate. But anyway, changing about, oh, by the way, Obama's, when's the 20th? That's inauguration for the second term now.
Let me tell you what Proverbs says about him.
Told you he'd be
Proverbs 16:4 says, "The Lord has a reason for everything he does, and he puts all leaders in power. He lets evil people live only to be punished." You need to remember that, Mr. Obama.
So anyway, we'll talk more about that in a little bit too.
He ain't watching us, Roy.
10% off. You just took 10% off at Herbs and More right here in Athens, Alabama, every Wednesday. Just mentioned something about the show. Roy, now we're going to really talk about this in a second. Extra pounds in USA Today this morning are actually good for you. Good to know, Tom. Obesity experts, so it says if you're up to 30 pounds over your normal weight, it's supposed to be obese. It says here that chubby guys, semi-chubbos like me, are in, as long as we get a little activity, you know, to spur your heart rate, are in pretty good shape.
It's good to know.
Is that an excuse?
Huh?
Is that an excuse?
Well, we'll talk more about that later. But I saved this because this is something I want y'all to talk. I waited for y'all to get. This is a Dear Jamie.
Oh, boy.
Now, I didn't read the 50 Shades of Grey. You know what I'm talking about,
No,
right?
did I.
That very popular trilogy book. It's about love affairs and all this
about
with younger
bondage.
men. You ain't reading it. About all kinds of stuff like that.
You ought to let her.
I couldn't handle it. Here it goes here. Dear Jamie, my book club friends, this is obviously coming from a woman, and I would be grateful if you would address this issue on your morning television program.
Yeah, okay.
We are a group of women who are consistently getting berated publicly, Tom, and this got parentheses, jokingly, of course, by our husbands for having low sex drive.
Low libido.
Yeah, we have all been married 15 plus years. We'll be
you're
married
not
14
dead
years
yet.
coming up. No, I know. Roy, you've been married 30.
32.
32, Tom, 52.
35.
And it says, the irony is we'd love to be intimate with our husbands, but they've killed the desire for us. And here's why. Listen up, Frank.
Why?
Would a smart lover pick his teeth, his nose, his toenails in front of his partner and expect that to turn her on?
That's a dead kill.
Since when do weekends mean they don't have to shower?
That's another.
Add enormous weight gain from glutinous meals and boozy behavior after nightly cocktails, and you got the perfect storm, Jamie. We love and respect our husband, but we are turned on. Sadly, no. We'd give anything not to see what we see. What do we do, Frank? If you hadn't been on the phone, you wouldn't have missed half the conversation.
You know what to say.
So, she basically is asking this lady in the paper, and then they're asking me.
How are you supposed to be turned on by your husband when he clips his toenails,
Fat.
burps,
Didn't
doesn't
mention
shower?
farting in front of you. I'm sure that happens too. Huh?
No.
Toenails, hair in your ears, your nose. Wait a minute, does anybody remember Keith Davis? I'm sorry. Keith ain't married, so he's excused.
Swami.
He's got an excuse.
Oh.
Fat. You know, I don't get the part about not showering.
No.
Now, never in my life
Just
have I
'cause it's a
said,
weekend?
I'm going to go all weekend without taking a shower.
No.
Well, good to know.
Well,
Tom, I noticed you, Mr. G, you've been
Cleanliness is
kind of quiet
important.
during this conversation.
I'm just thinking of all the things I do.
You do.
I know a couple that stays very clean, and so I'm just trying to incorporate that.
Toenail, I can see that.
3 to
though.
5, Tom. 3 to 5.
But you know, Roy, it's like when we
Sorry,
go out,
come here.
people, you know, they're all oohing and ahhing over me, and Gloria, it's just kind of
It's
like
your
playing
hair.
second fiddle, man, you know?
It's your
Yeah,
hair.
but you know, when you were really young and all those hormones raging, they didn't seem to mind all that.
Well, that was 20 years ago. You
You
got some stuff that could probably help with that, don't you?
Well, I believe in good hygiene. I think you should keep a lot of things private that people don't. But on the other hand, you know, women say, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. And then when you be yourself, it don't turn them on.
Oh, now wait a minute. You know, there are a lot of things women do, not in front of you guys, to make themselves look better.
You just take your clothes off.
Okay, this is starting off. Get the camera off of me. It's time for a bumper. I'm embarrassed now.
Well, I ain't. I'm just, let me put it this way. Faithful. Hallelujah. Hey, we got to take a break, and then we'll come back with some news. Thank y'all for getting up with us. Man, I'm feeling good today. I hope you are, too. Thank y'all for getting up with us. Well, I know what today is. Abby, what time are you picking Maddie up? We'll be taking a break. Come right back in just a moment. Y'all, hang on.